It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming right up, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Wizards in Washington. Well, for Washington, they don't want to disappoint the hometown fans, but they'll have their hands full taking on one of the top teams in the league. We'll see if they can get it done. And we'll be watching the big man Brook Lopez in action tonight. Seems wherever he takes the floor, you can always count on him to give you about 20. How great is that to have from your starting center, Kenny?
Well, it's dependable points from any position is huge, but from your center position, I think that actually increases because they can draw fouls. Only few positions in the game can actually draw fouls, and the big guys are one.
Well, I like that Lopez doesn't need a lot of touches to get 20 points. That just shows me he's super efficient right there.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan's got the call, and we will see you later.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. And, of course, Jabari Parker. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece, but he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, "We all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection." And with that dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek Freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? And Doris, we're in that kind of in-between area. You know, the luster of the season opener has now worn off. Not yet quite to the All-Star break. Crunch time, of course, is still a ways away. How do players go about maintaining that focus here at the midseason?
You know, I think this is interesting. If you're chasing greatness, we hear that expression a lot from LeBron James, I'm chasing greatness. I don't think focus is ever at issue. If you're the Golden State Warriors in the season, you have an opportunity to win 73 games. Focus is never an issue. What's fascinating to me is, can young players sustain attention for the 82-game grind, particularly those rookies? That is the group of players for whom I think it is most difficult.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Bledsoe. Brook Lopez is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. On defense, Washington, coming off that loss against the Nets.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Right, there has to be some sort of consistent effort to generate quality shots. It seemed to me they thought they were going to come easily.
And Beal kicks to Morris. And a wide open look for Porter. Drills it from outside.
Well, shooters are necessary to win in this league, and Porter can provide that kind of floor spacing.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to the right wing. Offline with his 3. Now the Wizards with it. Here's Wall. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
What a play by Wall. It's going to take more than that to slow him down. You know, I think we can get intoxicated with the offensive end where John Wall is just so stellar at the point guard position. But this guy's athleticism allows him to be disruptive on the defensive end. He does a great job creating turnovers.
One shot.
Doris, the turnovers you mentioned that Wall creates that are so valuable, he'll knock a ball loose and convert on the other end.
Well, he can do so many things on the defensive end, right, Kev? The steals have always been there. He's one of the best shot blockers at the point guard position because of his athleticism and his ability to come up with those chase down blocks with the speed and wingspan. Truly a thing of beauty.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Beal from long range, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, it matters not half court or in transition. Bradley Beal always a threat.
Middleton dishes to Bledsoe. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Shot to stop the run, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That's on Dwight Howard.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
The first free throw is good. And with Middleton and his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
Middleton hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
For Washington, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Wall kicks to Porter. Middleton against Morris. Here's Howard. And that one is off. Good D by Lopez. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Middleton. And the shot goes in.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Boy, seizing control right away. Send a message on that possession.
Now here's Wall. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
I thought his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Wizards leading by 7. And Wall kicks to Morris. Antetokounmpo against Porter. He gets that one. Antetokounmpo's got his first 2 points.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
Wall passes to Porter. Back to Wall. The baseline J. It's good.
You can see the satisfaction John Wall takes in making those jumpers. He continues to improve in that area.
Bledsoe dishes to Middleton. Wall against Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
Bucks trail by 7. Here's Brogdon to the inside. Porter with a block. Bledsoe against Wall. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Now we come to expect John Wall will make the right play, creates yet another open look.
Lopez a screen on Wall, and it's Bledsoe off the drive. That one good for 2.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Porter with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Kept alive. Morris. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And steady from the free throw line. Morris has gotten there less since he's been shooting more threes.
And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
Now, here's Wall, following the miss by Brook Lopez. Outside, Wall. It's Morris atop the key. Over Bledsoe. Morris, no good. Bucks trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Middleton against Morris. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Bledsoe. And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. And that one, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
So it's the Wizards now. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Wall, good.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Bucks trail by 9. Here's Brogdon. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Brogdon. Shoots over Beal. Misses off the left iron.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Porter kicks to Wall. Here's Howard. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And the Wizards lead by 11.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Timeout called, the Bucks. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Here's Dellavedova. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Teletovic. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Lawson kicks to Rivers. Mahinmi with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. No good from Lawson.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Teletovic. Offensive rebound. Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, guys, we have got in the NBA.
The tireless work ethic, the passion. He's a guy the team relies on for that.
Shot off the pick. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Mahimi. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Washington.
And they haven't been able to exploit the three from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
Here's Dellavedova. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Feeds to Maker. Kicks it to Teletovic. Now here is Dellavedova. He's tightly guarded. Unloads from 13. Here's Maker. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Lawson outside. Nice ball movement by Washington. Mahimi with the screen for Rivers. Outside for Lawson. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go either for Lawson. Bucks trail by 7.
And you look at the Bucks and this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Offensive rebound. Here's Mahimi. Can't get it to fall.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Snell nails both of them. Doris, who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, you think he can dish it out, but I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today, and frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
Well said. Now Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here is Lawson. The pass to Meeks. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Mahimi with the screen for Rivers. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Rivers has got his first basket.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
And here is Dellavedova. Dishes to Ilyasova. Now here is Dellavedova. Lawson defending. Dellavedova, the pass to Ilyasova. Launches it. Washington with the rebound. Lawson right side. He kicks to Meeks. Lawson outside. Outside, Green. And Maker sends it back. Deflects the pass. Back to Snell. And the rejection by Mahimi. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now, here's Meeks. Defense right on him. Lawson from outside. Rebounded by Maker.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Here's Snell. And there's the feed to Maker. And Zaletovic kicks to Dellavedova. And so it's the Washington Wizards bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards team.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough for teams to score in the paint. I think we can be a very great team.
The Wizards not exactly the first team that you think of when it comes to gritty and grimy team defense, but maybe he's really got a point here in how tough the Washington defense can be.
And you don't get there without the defense. I'm especially impressed that Wall has that mindset.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, Dellavedova in Snell. Pair up at the 1 and the 2. Ilyasova out there with Maker, and it's Zaletovic in at the 3. Now here's Ilyasova. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He feeds it to Zaletovic to the left side wing. Here's Maker. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Green. Shoots. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Lawson. And now a 9-point Washington lead. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Now here is Dellavedova. Lawson defending. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Well, it looks like he's going to get the easy 2 points, but the defense recovers just in time to affect it.
Zaletovic dishes to Snell. Shoots over Meeks. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Rivers in the corner. The Wizards working the ball around now. Meeks passes to Lawson. They kick it out to Green. Over to Zaletovic. Shots good by Green. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Just an incredible month of basketball, averaging about 24 points, 12 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
I think defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed, Greg. And that's why he's his team's leading scorer.
Here's Bledsoe. Wall with a block.
Now you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Beal's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Bucks trail by 13. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And so it's Milwaukee now.
Nice defense right there by John Wall. He's got all the physical tools, length, strength, and quickness.
Porter kicks to Beal. Shoots over Brogdon. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Bledsoe. Wall with the steal. Lobbed up there for Howard. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Dwight Howard on top.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Bucks trail by 13. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Howard. Now here's Porter. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Wall. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
And that one falls for Middleton. And Doris, as you mentioned, it had been a roller coaster of season finishes for the Wizards over the last few years. Now they know exactly where they stand.
You know, Kevin, I think equally important, they know the destination they want to get to. John Wall has shown he is an elite talent in the NBA who can carry them in a postseason series. And I think as long as Wall is there, this team has an opportunity to contend in the East.
Now here's Wall. He has 7. Morris with a screen on Middleton. Screen by Howard. And Wall. Here we go now. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Wall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards. Antetokounmpo against Porter. Off the screen. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, I like how Brook Lopez is doing a little bit of everything, including setting these rock-solid screens to get his teammates open.
Right side Wall. The 19-foot shot. That shot missing. And Milwaukee the other way now. Passes it to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. Knocked away. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall.
Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive. And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
No good on that one. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
He hits the second from the line. Wizards leading by 10. And Wall kicks to Morris. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Doris, what an honor. Inducted into your college's Hall of Fame, something not many of us can say. What does that kind of honor do for the confidence for you personally going forward?
You know what, Providence College is a place that means a great deal to me. So what that Hall of Fame induction did was just remind me of all the special memories that I shared with my teammates. I'm close with many of them today. And Kevin, you know this, if you've ever been inside a locker room, it's those moments when you're laughing until your stomach hurts. I'd say we were the Hall of Fame fun team. That's what I'd say.
I think we're on the fun team here on 2K. And the second free throw, good.
Well, one thing we know about this Wizards team, they have no problem putting points on the board. Last year, they were 5th in the league in points per game. Offense was the strength of this team. Now, can they put together a little bit on the defensive end?
And timeout call. Jason Kidd has had enough. And for the Wizards and their offense, Doris, it starts with the backcourt, but they can hurt you at a lot of positions.
Right, Kev, because they had 6 players averaging double-figure points last season. It's a very strong passing team. They can score inside, they can score outside, and no lead is safe when they are getting shots to fall.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Heat in Miami. Lopez, and the Bucks miss again.
Now kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. I'm not sure how he missed that one.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Bucks trail by 11. Here's Bledsoe. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Now here's Wall. 9 points in the game so far. Antetokounmpo against Porter. Now the dish to Morris. 5 on the clock. Over Middleton, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Porter. And it's 7 points for Markieff Morris. The Bucks shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Lopez a screen, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. So it's the Wizards now, following the bucket by the Bucks. On the wing, Morris. Over Middleton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Chris Middleton. Doris, much to the chagrin of basketball purists, we're seeing the near extinction of the mid-range game. Is there a way to reverse this trend?
Kevin, I don't know that we're seeing the extinction of it, and I would point directly to the Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, because if you look at some of his success, it is directly in the mid-range. Russell Westbrook has some effect in the mid-range. I mean, listen, certainly the priority is on layup and 3, but I don't think we've seen the extinction of the mid-range. I think this is a cyclical type of situation in the NBA, very much the way we've gone away from a low post center. Would a player that's a next level, next generation kind of player change our thinking about that? Let's see. The game is always in a constant state of evolution.
First one falls for him. And Morris drops them both. Bucks trail by 11. Bledsoe with it. Lopez, a screen on Wall. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Well, given his height, Lopez has an ability to power through contact. Just tremendous strength from the big man.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
That's good from Brook Lopez. And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for defense.
Now here's Wall. He's got 9. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And this quarter, he has clearly.
Oh, wow.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well, finding the open man there.
Wall against Bledsoe. And again, Washington, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Bucks passing it around. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage. And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
And Bledsoe no good on that one. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
Here's Howard, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. Middleton on the wing. Nice D from Wall.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
That's a finish for the purists out there. The lightest of touches on the finger roll.
Antetokounmpo against Porter. Outside, Wall. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You have to love that mentality. John Wall took it in and made sure he drew the contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And that one falls for Wall. One trend we've seen, Doris, is the shift away from one primary ball handler toward a more collective approach. Do you think that change is here to stay?
Well, it'll be interesting. I do think the NBA is very much a copycat league. So you think back to the 90s and the slow down, grinded battles between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, to now the pace and space offenses that is so much fun for us to watch. What's the next evolution? We saw the San Antonio Spurs play big Is there a team that wants to reformulate the NBA, find success? As you know, everybody's trying to beat the champ, and right now the champ is all about pace and space and equal opportunity offense.
Indeed. Here's Snell. 14 points from him the last game against Miami. 6 on the shot clock. Teletovic passes to Dellavedova. Here's Maker, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for John Wall. Now Lawson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Meeks kicks to Lawson. Pass to Meeks. Jeff Green on the wing. And again, Washington no good. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Snell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. And here's Meeks. Lawson in the corner. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Lawson's got 5. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Now, here's Maker. He's got 6. Back to Dellavedova. He dishes it to Maker. Over Mahinmi. Offensive rebound. Ilyasova. Great D that time from Green.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Lawson dishes to Rivers for 3. And Jeff Green the bucket on the assist by Rivers. And now a 12-point Wizards lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here is Dellavedova. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Maker kicks to Dellavedova. Tries to snap the cold streak. He lays it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Down low. It's tipped. Pass to Ilyasova. Feeds to Dellavedova. Here's Snell. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Back to Lawson. Wizards passing it around. Kicks it to Rivers. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. The putback. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now here's Maker. 14 points from him the last game against Miami. Lawson doesn't go that time. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Wizards. They're up by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what has your approach been so far tonight?
I'm just trying to play with a lot of energy. I'm do the best I can on the defensive end to help my teammates out. Post hard.
Dwight, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by 10. Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness, and it's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. And now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Their lack of execution surprised me. You know, they had a lot of turnovers off sloppy ball handling, which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, Just make the simple play. And this is why. Without giving away possessions, they'd be a lot closer in this game.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
So many places to visit here in Washington, D.C., and that certainly is one of them, the Supreme Court building. Welcome back, everyone. And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Bucks trail by 10. Porter and Morris are the forwards. The explosive backcourt is Wall and Beal at the 1 and 2. And it's Howard in at the 5. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. Now here's Bledsoe. Washington with the rebound. Howard's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Beal the pass to Wall. Bobbed up there for Howard. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Lopez. The past month has been surreal. He's putting up 13 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Clock at 6. From 18 feet away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Beal's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Wizards. Lopez, a screen on Wall. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. They get a hand on it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. 10 points for Beal.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Bucks trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bledsoe's got 6.
Listen, we know he's been working on that long-range game, but Bledsoe's explosiveness inside may still be his bread and butter.
Now here's Wall. He's got 11. Morris. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Middleton. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know this, Kevin. If you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Washington leading now by 11. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by Markieff Morris. Lopez a screen. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Wizards have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Yep, that one goes. He's got 13.
You know, it's interesting. After such a sound defensive first half, they've really struggled here in the second.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Teams value the 3 so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. In the third spot, the Bucks.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his health because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe, and they'll keep possession. Here's Antetokounmpo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Two.
And Doris, it's nice to see Brook Lopez the last few seasons stay relatively healthy.
Well, I think for 7-footers, anyone who plays on the interior, you can get such wear and tear on the body. I think he's taken motivation from those injuries, and he's making the most of his time on the court.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops. He makes one of two that time. Washington leading now by 14. And Wall kicks to Porter. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's got the ball. Here's Middleton. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. For Washington, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Got that one up quick. 16 points for Wall.
Well, the spot-up opportunity, right? A nice confidence booster for John Wall.
Lopez, a screen on Wall. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 16 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Screen by Howard. Howard with this screen on Bledsoe. Off the screen. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Howard, good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 6. Clock at 6. Here's Lopez. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Brook Lopez never stopped working, especially inside where he has been a force.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Brook Lopez.
You see, to me, Kevin, when he's healthy, Brook Lopez is someone you have to game plan for. This is a huge presence on the floor who uses his length, his size to great advantage.
Now here's Wall. 16 points for him. Screen by Howard. Here's Porter. The rebound by the Bucks. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Bledsoe against Wall. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Bledsoe with it. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, I think Porter's good enough shooter to be a zone buster, able to find the seams, hit the mid-range.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Wall. Middleton against Howard. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
I'll tell you, I hate to say it, but he's been dragging them down all night. The effort's there, but he continues to be ice cold.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 18.
Yeah, and when Howard is allowed to get near the bucket, he capitalizes easily on the offensive glass. He sees the game so well.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 16 points for him.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Middleton against Morris. Howard in the post. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Antetokounmpo.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Bucks trail by 16. Lopez a screen. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And Lopez throws it down.
But Kev, if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
The Wizards have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
And the Bucks with some changes.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Maker. He's averaging 10 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Here's Rivers after the basket by Milwaukee. Lawson outside. And the pass to Green. 6 to shoot. And again, Washington no good. Bucks trail by 12. Dishes it to Teletovic. Here's Maker. Milwaukee the rebound. He kicks to Snell. Now here's Maker. He's covered closely. Second chance shot. Snell no good.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
For Washington, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
One shot.
That's good from Meeks. Here's Dellavedova. Now the feed to Teletovic. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Bucks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
One shot.
That's good from Snell. Dellavedova kicks to Maker. Clock at 6. Teletovic passes to Dellavedova. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Rivers dishes to Lawson. And Meeks kicks to Mahinmi. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Snell. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Lawson kicks to Rivers. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bucks trail by 11. Ilyasova passes to Maker. Back to Ilyasova. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Ilyasova's got 4 this quarter. Lawson kicks to Meeks. Lawson outside. Right wing. Mahinmi with the screen for Rivers. Outside for Lawson. Kept alive by Washington.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Off target with the open look.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
Ilyasova dishes to Teletovic. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Snell. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
.143 left to play in the 3rd. Lawson kicks to Meeks. Back to Lawson. With some arc. Here's Mahinmi. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
You know, I think it's interesting. When you talk about being consistent, Jan Mahinmi is a great example. This guy's a solid center who will defend and board for you. So important.
Mahinmi no good on the free throw. And Doris, Mahinmi is not a flashy player by any means.
Right. Jan is a guy who doesn't need to play with flash in order to impact a game. He does a terrific job filling up space on the offensive end when teams collapse off him. And this guy's got a great career field goal percentage because he takes only the shots he knows he can make.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
Now here is Dellavedova. Lawson defending. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Teletovic. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Bucks second.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
Washington leading now by 10. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the Bucks. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, Washington right behind them, just 1 spot down.
And, you know, for the Wizards, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here's Dellavedova. Ty Lawson making his last shot. 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Chalk up 2 there. Teletovic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, he might be refining some of his inside moves, but Teletovic looking confident on that shot.
Here's Lawson. Rebounded by Maker. Here's Snell. He's guarded by Meeks. They get it again. Ilyasova passes to Maker. The dish to Dellavedova. And so it's Washington with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
It's not going to be easy. Come on. It's not going to be easy. Let's go. Defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Jason Kidd moments ago in his huddle getting everyone focused and amped up to take on these next few moments.
Yeah, and an emphasis really on forcing stops. Something Coach did very well back in his day when he was playing. Let's see if they can live up to his expectations.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Setting the floor for the Bucks, Dellavedova and Snell pair up at the 1 and the 2. Ilyasova out there with Mirza Teletovic, and it's Maker in at the center position. Snell, that's good. Wizards leading by 10. Lawson dishes to Rivers. It's Meeks outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Maker's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Now, here's Maker. Ilyasova, a screen on Mahinmi. Shot clock at 6. Dellavedova, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. Morris is checked in for Washington. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Lawson kicks to Rivers. On the wing, Morris. Defended by Ilyasova. Back to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Meeks with the steal. Lawson outside. Meeks on the wing. Back to Lawson. Trying his luck deep. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Lawson outside. He feeds it to Morris. And again, Washington no good. Bucks trail by 8. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. Back to Dellavedova. Ilyasova passes to Dellavedova. To the middle. Meeks with the steal. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Passes it to Morris. Over Ilyasova. And the shot falls short this time.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratch. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now here's Lawson. Pass to Meeks. He dishes it to Rivers. Feeds it to Morris. Pass to Rivers. The Wizards working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. And Lawson with the drive. Shot to end this cold run. And Mahinmi lays it up and in.
Kevin, you do not have to be a gifted scorer. Jan Mahinmi willing to create offense, working hard on the offensive window.
Now here is Dellavedova. Defense is right there. Here's Maker. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Dwight Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Porter comes in for Rivers. Bradley Beal's checked in for Meeks. And John Wall subbed in for Ty Lawson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Ilyasova. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Brogdon's checked in for Tony Snell. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. On the free throw, no good. Wizards leading by 8. Wall dishes to Howard. Back to Wall. Pass to Morris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Just a beautiful job by Morris to draw the foul. There is an art to getting the defender to commit.
Free throw good for Morris. Milwaukee making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And Morris drops them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Bledsoe against Wall. There it goes. It's in, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Eric Bledsoe.
That's one for the highlight reel right there. He didn't hold back anything on that finish.
Now here's Wall. Over Bledsoe. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks trail by 8. Kicks to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
He puts on his playmaking hat, and Bledsoe very unselfish there.
Inside, here's Howard. That shot is off. The Bucks go the other way with it. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
You know, you have to be an absolutely tireless worker to rack up 20-plus boards. Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Lopez, no luck.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Beal can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 8. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the pass to Wall. Morris with a screen on Middleton. Wall attacking. Lopez with the block. And they're pushing it up. Porter with the steal. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Boy, that is a rugged finish from Beal. Absorbs the hit, guides it in. Nice.
Well, Doris, one thing is certain for Bradley Beal. He's a lights-out shooter if you give him some space.
Oh, no doubt, Kev. Beal does such a great job, always squaring his shoulders, even when he's coming off a screen. And that quick setup and release, really hard to defend.
Free throw good, Beal.
Now, how's this stat for Bradley Beal? The first player since Magic Johnson to have 3 25-point playoff games before he turns 21.
Now here's Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Howard. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Stolen by Middleton. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
My goodness, get right in his grill and force him to alter the shot. That's tough defense in the post.
Outside, Wall. Morris passes to Beal. Clock at 6. Morris a screen off the pick. That one a little long. Bucks trail by 9. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. The 3-ball. They get it back. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Morris. Here's Howard. Good D by Lopez.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Now here's Beal following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo against Porter. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks trail by 7. Bledsoe right side. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Here's Wall. Milwaukee with the rebound. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Brogdon. Here's Middleton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on John Wall.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Wizards leading by 5. Inside. Morris, no good.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. That's just perfect defense.
Now here's Bledsoe. After Markieff Morris's miss, Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Unloads from 9. Oh, offensive interference. Wall against Bledsoe. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Porter, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, this guy not shy about putting it on the deck and attacking the defense. Porter working his way to the stripe.
And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
The first one falls.
Guys, there's no doubt last year was a breakout year for Otto Porter. I mean, he set career highs almost across the board. Points, rebounds, and so on. This guy went from being a role player to a major part of the offense.
And Porter drops them both. And for Porter, and Doris, you've always said that he always had the tools.
No doubt. I mean, with Porter's size and ability to shoot the basketball, I think he's going to be a player who has a long career. Is it a complimentary role? Probably. But because he can catch and shoot, there's always value.
Now here's Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
Washington leading now by 5. Morris with the screen for Wall. Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Yeah, really solid pick by Markieff Morris. Plays total team basketball. So good to see.
Milwaukee has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. The kick out to Lopez. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Lopez has got 10 points in just the second half. Bledsoe against Wall. Dishes it to Howard. There's the pick. Nice ball movement by Washington. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Bucks trail by 4. Bledsoe outside. Brogdon with a screen for Bledsoe. Great D that time from Beal.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that. Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Bledsoe kicks to Brogdon. In the corner, Middleton with it. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Boy, the D just not quite close enough to prevent that 3. I mean, you can't give him that kind of space.
And Wall kicks to Porter. Puts it up from 17. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now, here's Brogdon. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Porter with the steal. Here's Howard. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Not easy to wrap up Howard, one of the strongest players in the league.
Free throw good, Howard.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Jacks up a three. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. Brogdon against Wall. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one misses. And it's Washington the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Now Wall. Morris a screen. Porter dishes to Wall. Shot on the wing. Rebound Milwaukee.
Well, it's not looking good at this point.
You know, it just doesn't seem like they have enough time to get back into this one, and it has to be disappointing.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Beal in the corner. The feed to Howard. There's the dish to Porter. Howard with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Porter kicks to Howard.
Howard just too strong inside. You've got to foul and get your money's worth.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That stretches their lead to 8. Timeout called, the Bucks. They trail by 8. 8 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And obviously, look, they want to finish the game strong, but right now, look at the frustration on their faces.
It's very evident, Greg. You can tell they're upset. They've got to calm down and simply play this one possession at a time.
8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Wilson. There's the triple. No good that time. And so Washington takes the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.